We're en route to our next mission. By that I mean tutorial. So far this is turning out to be interesting actually. I figured this would be a little bit more, I don't know, like nothing.
You did a nice job with that glass
Ooh,
boat,
rock bottom.
but now you need to learn how to make your vehicle last longer than the others.
Why is it written in English? They have their own language here.
Your vehicle is divided into parts, with the center of the vehicle being the most important. As you smash other vehicles or objects, your vehicle will take damage too. If your vehicle becomes too damaged, you'll break down and the lesson will be over, so you'll want to learn to protect your boat. The boat you're in is heavily damaged in the front, so I want you to drive in reverse and use the back of your vehicle to knock out each of the target boatmobiles. 3, 2.
But what I'd like to do actually first is see what the consequence is if I don't do that. Rather than the game just failing me immediately.
Remember, Spongebob, you need to use the back end of your vehicle to bash the other boats.
But I want to see, does that damage start bleeding over into the center? Or what? It's not apparent to me yet why I would want to stop using the front. I just did that.
Barnacles.
Can I floor in reverse? I can.
I'll knock you into next week, or maybe just the next lane.
Remember,
Take it.
Spongebob, you need...
Dude, pull it. It's on my way. I will say the reverse controls in this game are relatively
That was just tremendous,
usable.
son. You're doing great.
Some of these buildings look way too bikini bottom-y for being in rock bottom. Still, I appreciate this place being here. Again, I want to look at everything everywhere else though. Fish taco. Okay. Oh, look at all the signs and whatnot. I'm curious if they reused assets there from Bikini Bottom and Rock Bottom. I couldn't quite tell because you had that, what looked like that bathroom too that was next to the road at the beginning of the Rock Bottom level and Bikini Bottom. I tend to get down on games that reuse assets from earlier ones, especially games that I have an attachment to like Bikini Bottom.
This level is surrounded on all sides by a pit. Any vehicle that falls into the pit will be knocked out.
Is this actually across street from Bikini Bottom?
Nudge off the edge, but be careful not to fall in yourself. The other cars are spread about, so look around for other vehicles or use the track map to help you locate them. Go ahead, son. Give it a try. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, cool, but I want to see. I'm curious, are those the actual models?
Since this is a training event, I've moved your boat back onto the field of play. In an actual event, you would have just been eliminated.
Yeah, I know, but one, that gives me extra dialogue to hear from you. Two, I want to see, are these actually buildings and whatnot from Bikini Bottom? That's what I'm really curious about. Some of these are original at the very least. Some of these are new. But I feel like SpongeBob's house and... Is that SpongeBob's grandmother's house? I feel like SpongeBob's house and Patrick's house and Squidward's and maybe Sandy's in the background there. It's very convenient to me that these are basically...
No hands.
Oh.
Nothing's gonna stand in the way of my drive license.
Since this is a trick...
As I was saying though, it's convenient so far that all the places we're seeing... not all the places. The boating school did not appear in Bikini Bottom. But so far we're seeing things that conveniently I remember from Bikini Bottom. Is there a hole in the middle? Interesting.
Stop moving so I can hit ya.
They did. You're the one that's moving, SpongeBob. Yeah, you gotta be careful though.
Nothing to see here.
Following them in the hole. Thing is, you don't really bounce off your opponents, you kinda... Oops. Fall with them. In that case, fall instead of them. I admit, in a certain sense at the same time... Oops. It is kind of interesting to see the same things reused for totally different purposes. Like, it's one thing if I had... Oh, they fall on their own. It's one thing to see another platforming game made reusing the same assets as another one. That kind of leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Good job. But it's another thing to see those things reused for something totally different. Maybe stomach churning. Maybe I should rethink some of my feelings on that. Class D. Got a license.
Well, Spongebob, now that you've got the basic idea, are you ready to start your lessons?
Oh yeah, I'm ready, so ready, I'm ready.
There's the chum bucket,
Your
conveniently.
destruction lessons will be graded on how many car parts you can collect before the time runs out. Also, knocking into other cars and wrecking stuff on the track will give you a chance to floor it more often.
I could do that.
Fair enough. I didn't expect such of a plot to this, but I'll take it happily. All the destruction. Okay. Specific information. Ooh, the crevice in Con Street. Awardables. There are 5 gyros to unlock, a lot of boots to unlock, a lot of levels. Apparently classrooms, whatever those are. There are options to unlock. Maybe those are like cheats, I don't know. Interesting. So there's stuff to do here. I'll take it. I was kind of worried this might be one of those games where there's not really a thing to do, or like stuff to unlock or anything. So kind of like the old Hot Wheels games, I just kind of play through everything and then say I'm done. I only have one Dinghy, apparently. We're calling it this time. It's apparently pretty good at everything except for being really fragile. Huh. How I'd expect a rust bucket to be, but rusty, primered, dirty, or ugly. I like it. Choose. Make your choice of rusty, primered, sounds okay, dirty, or ugly. I'm ugly and I'm proud. This game probably could work on the loading times though. It's always fun jumping into a game and actually being pleasantly surprised and intrigued. Things like that. I didn't expect that to be the case, actually. Glove World! And the original, and this is original, certainly. I can't accuse them of having stolen everything from other games. You know, they may have reused parts of this from the pier in Lagoon, I don't know. Oh no, I do wish they had a Glove World in Battle Free Bottom. That would be wonderful, but oh well. Anyways, collect 15 parts. We have 2 minutes.
3, 2, 1, go! Let's go leave a mark.
Are those anchovies holding up behind me?
Now I'm gonna take you out. Yippee!
I don't really know how to be consistent in collecting the things people drop though, unfortunately. Thought that was not the best. I'm gonna need to get used to the fact that you can do a bit more while going backwards than I expect here. I'm used to being kind of useless when going backwards in games like this. Aim to not miss.
That was great!
I'm a natural.
Is there much more left to do here? Is that just about everyone's eliminated except for the one guy who happens to be stuck or something?
Now that's the way you catch a fish!
You can run, but you can't hide.
There we go. So they kind of get attracted to me, but not quite. It's a little weird. Yeah, the whole thing's a little strange here.
You can always try to improve your grades.
Yeah, no, I do just not hit walls. And also maybe have
I hope
a less
you're
fragile
ready.
card.
3, 2,
I'm used to it. I see parts everywhere, but collecting them is another matter. See, there's lots of stuff here. There was a lot of stuff here to pick up here. And since I don't, strictly speaking, need to actually defeat my opponents here, it's appealing to try to just... I appreciate they put some dialogue, some effort into the dialogue.
Now I'm gonna take you out.
I'll be careful there. Because now my front's gonna messed up, so...
No shame in a bee.
Did something happen that I didn't realize? Did I take out all my opponents or what? I might have to reduce some of these later if I want to actually get the highest grade on all these too. Because I'm just going to have to get used to some of this. But it's, this game tends to be a little bit abrupt in some ways. Like, I don't realize precisely what it was that just happened. Like, I don't think I was eliminated there, for instance. Yeah, picking these up is a lot harder than actually making them appear and whatnot, I feel like. Because they're all here, but I need to be the one to grab them.
Excuse me, I have to crush you now. Do that again if you dare.
There we go. Alright, I'm immediately on.
That was great, Spongebob. You're getting the hang of this really quickly. Go ahead and pick another lesson.
Okay, I'll take it. So now more of that, I guess. But it should be a little bit easier now that I know what I'm doing here. But, so, am I understanding correctly that if all my opponents get eliminated, that it's just done then? It's interesting. Do I not get to select? Oh. Okay, so does each vehicle have its own, Huh. Okay, so there are different classes of cars. These are basically identical. Slight exchange for steering top speed, I guess. So that's a solid dinghy. These ones are runabouts, though. So the dinghies are the ones that control all that are really fragile. Runabouts are a little bit more balanced, I guess. I do feel like sometimes being a little bit thrown around in this game without being told what happened precisely, but of course I'm not in the best position for that either since I'm trying to commentate things and whatnot at the same time. I'm a little horrible to missing things. My attention is divided. Basically the same thing.
I hope you're ready. 3, 2, 1.
I guess it's supposed to be taco shaped, this place.
Can you scratch on this side too?
I wasn't actually trying to handbrake there, whoops. In some of these cases, I feel like you could pick up so much stuff at once. You managed to pick up everything you saw. Because there are cases where so much stuff gets dropped all of a sudden, even if you don't happen to be the one who contributed to it. Ow. I don't think you go as fast falling it backwards, unfortunately, which makes sense. See how much longer that's the case, though. Okay, you cannot handbrake while moving slowly. So you really just cannot move very quickly. Or you cannot turn very sharply while moving slowly. of that I can pick up.
Yippee!
Alright,
Ow!
I don't have to get much more.
Catch me if you can.
I'm not trying to catch you, I'm just trying to get... There we go. The parts.
Well, whoop-de-doo, you got yourself an A.
Still kind of weird it ends immediately, but whatever. So anyway, so next time then we'll do the third one and hopefully move on to whatever comes after that. Everyone, oh, it's just one of those weird cases where when they play the replays, everyone says different things. Anyways, bye everyone.